Okay, so you got, tell me what's new. I know you have a Gulf Coast that's out, which we don't have in yet. That one sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, so we put out a bunch of fun books in the last few months.
Yeah.
We were really thinking about this summer, and this summer is a unique one after the last year that everyone's had. So the three books that were sort of front and center.
Yeah.
We did a book about the Colorado Rockies,
Yeah.
and that's a huge destination for lots of folks. We're based in Texas. Folks make the trip to Colorado from Texas. It's sort of an annual migration in the summer. But it's Colorado in the summer is fantastic. A lot of folks think about it as a skiing destination. Summertime is just beautiful. So we did Colorado.
Yeah.
We did a book about Cape Cod, which
Yeah.
is another really fun sort of iconic American spot. It's very much that book is very much connected to being on the water, sailing, and all the beach towns, all that fun stuff. And then the Gulf Coast, as you mentioned, that's been our bestseller this year. That book came out in late
Yes.
May.
Yeah.
And what's really cool about that one. I mean, I grew up going, y'all's customers probably similar to me, going down to the Florida panhandles or even like Gulf Shores in Alabama was sort of this rite of passage. And there's a lot of folks that think they know the Gulf Coast, but there's so many beautiful towns on the Mississippi coast. And then even like beyond the 30A and Panama City into that Florida's Big Bend. And so that book, it starts in Louisiana and goes all the way down to, like Sanibel Island, the Tampa area, and just exploring like what is sort of the Gulf Coast, America's third sea, as they call it. And it's been fun to see people's reaction. I think folks, there's not really a book quite like that out there.
Yeah, that one would be particularly useful too, because as I feel like every time we go down there, the areas that get really, really crowded. And so it's kind of like, okay, where can we find to go that is a little more off the beaten path, a little more interesting, So.
Or even we've had some people reach out, folks that are driving to a destination. Let's say they always go to a place like Watercolor or Rosemary Beach. The book is sort of helpful for the drive too.
Yeah.
So depending on where you're coming from, it's going to allow you to, even if it's just kind of that, one thing to do on the way that's a little bit different, or even a day trip. Like, hey, it's day 5 of a 7-day trip. Like, let's drive an hour to a different town and see this cool state park, or eat at this cool shrimp shack.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited about that one.
So those are the new ones. And then we've got some fun ones coming. We got 2 national park books coming in the fall, both in California. We have a Yosemite book and a Joshua Tree book.
Oh, cool.
So those would be great. And then the other one I would say that y'all's customers and readers in Tupelo might find interesting. We have another book about, based in the South, a book about bourbon country in Kentucky.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So that one's coming in November.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a good fall book. That would be cool.
The other thing that we, again, going back to the early days, this wasn't necessarily, I didn't really know this was kind of what we were doing, but we created a book that's very much a gift. It's a,
yes.
So when people have a friend that's moving to a new city, these are great books to send with them. Or if you have a friend that's, looking to take a trip, they're fun to share with
They really are. Yeah.
friends and family.
Yeah, that's a great point. I know of course, like you said, we had Nashville, and then I had one of my best friends lived in Austin. So when y'all released Austin, the second one, I sent one to her, and because like you said, it's fun and people appreciate it. Like I said, I gave a couple of Yellowstone people, and they were so excited about it and have used it on their trips. So it's just really fun. We're really excited about it. Now you have Boston. Is that new? Yep. Or is that kind of
Boston's brand new? It came out 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
That's a city that's so fun and so historic and interesting.
Awesome.
We have a Washington DC book that's kicking off soon. That'll come out beginning of next year.
Interesting.
And those are the 2 most recent of the cities that are this summer and beyond. We did Savannah and Santa Fe earlier this year.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, that's really cool. Well, we're happy for you and excited about what's more to come. So
thanks. We've got to get a Mississippi book in motion.
Oh, I know. Well, I have to say the South one does not include Tupelo, American South. but that's okay.
We need an update.
It's got Memphis. I know that probably covered Elvis, but we have a lot of Elvis here for sure. Well, hey, thanks so much for being with us. We appreciate that.
I appreciate it.
And we're excited to, like I said, excited to see more. And we'll just keep them coming and keep them stocked. And as people continue, I think people will continue. Now everybody's excited about traveling again now that we can. I mean, knock on wood, that's going to last. And so I think it's been a really fun addition to what we have here. So we appreciate it so much. You being with us.
We appreciate you guys. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Okay.